Okay, today I am also going to be reacting to wait, let me just get this right. Wait. Aidi Cave and Aidi Escape. I think Aidi is a female singer in Korea, as far as I'm aware. And she might be indie rock, maybe, or synth. Not sure what she is exactly. So let me just have a look here and see what we've got. Aidi, what does it say about her? Oh, she's beautiful. So she looks like she's completely underrated. I don't know, I haven't heard her music yet, but like, I'm looking at her Instagram. She needs more followers on Instagram. I just want to see what she is. Let's see what it says about Aidi. She's beautiful. She often has prophetic dreams that fills her up with a sense of guilt. If I sketch a song such as lyrics or musical styles, musical styles appear. For this reason, at first I wanted to be a musician who foretells the future to prevent bad things. That's interesting. That's like a new approach I've never seen before. Creating what she describes as earth music. The eccentric, out-of-the-box artist wants to install a new sense of action and purpose in her listeners through her collage of techno-electronic. So I was kind of like, I thought she might be in the synth side. Techno-electronic, rock, pop, and pop sounds. Is that like churches? Like the Scottish band Churches? They're very much in that realm of things. It can be said that earth music contains anthropology, knowledge, and philosophical messages. Ooh, I like that kind of style. I'm in the process of getting to know life and earth, and I want to share the enlightenment of some roots of the process. I want to approach music that wakes up the brains of other worlds that are invisible to the public and gives energy. That is super, she's super deep. I like her. Okay. This is Aidi Cave, and then we're going to do Aidi Escape. Does this have like vocalization on it? It's pretty short. Let me have a continue. Let's just listen. It definitely has that global feel. Like I can see why she calls her stuff earth music. I can hear the acoustics and you know, the way she's built up the track.
Hold my hand tight, just further. Come on in, find where I find you. I was gone and
Okay, that just blew me right out of the water. I was not expecting that. My God, I'm like already like freaking out. I was not expecting that. It just blew me out of the water. She's got like a Bjork feel to her, like a little bit Lana Del Rey, Lord feel to it, like let me be your ruler, 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 ruler. I can be your queen bee, and baby I'll rule, and I'll be your fantasy. Kind of like that, maybe, and maybe Kate Bush, like very like Kate Bushy. I finally could make a deal with God and get him to swap out places. I'll be running up that hill. I'll be running up that road. No, it's I'll be running up that road. I'll be running up that hill. It's kind of reminds me of that. Also a bit of Enya in there. Like she has, but she mainly reminds me of Bjork. Like that's what she mainly reminds me of, Bjork. Okay. Ignore my bad singing. I'm terrible at singing, but like it's just giving me that vibe. Super impressed with that. That was really cool. That's so different. I haven't heard an artist like her for a while, especially on the Korean side of things. That's like very different to anyone that I've listened to lately. So that I like her. That is super fantastic to play if I'm like, especially if I'm doing any kind of art. Sorry, I'm getting messages coming through from our Korean friend, Eugene. Sorry, getting distracted. Okay, so next we're going to listen to Aidial's Escape. Okay, so this is Escape. Okay, so the lyrics for Escape is this. Close up on me from the air, how can I escape from here? Red sun to recover in a day, make me clear all the writing on the wall. Don't take the bait of the past in the swamp, preserve it. My eyes are obsessed with the wasteland, now I feel like finally I'm breathing. Hold on, how I feel like I was one of them, damn, one of them, damn. Even if you hear me scream, even if my cry doesn't stop, please pretend you didn't hear me until I'm all set. Trace of black blood and feathers, these things don't get in my way. It will be reset in a day anyway. Get rid of the lingering feelings. Don't take the bait of the past in the swamp. Preserve it. I really like that because I feel like those lyrics kind of speak to a lot of us in the fact that sometimes it's good not to look at... Sometimes you get stuck in a cycle of destruction if you end up like falling on hard times. Sometimes you physically might get on with your life, but mentally you're still stuck in a wasteland. So I can honestly like feel like that definitely is something that a lot of people would identify for, especially the line, don't take the bait of the past in the swamp. Like for me, I read it, like it might be a completely different meaning, but for me, like I read it like, we all have like things that have happened in our past that could keep you stuck there in a swamp, like literally like in quicksand. And so if you're not like aware of your mental health, and if you're not aware of like struggling forward and out of that darkness, like it can be very hard. And sometimes you're unaware of it, you just go down in a spiral. And I feel like those lyrics definitely speak to that. So I like that. Okay, let us start. Are you ready? Let's start the MV for Escape. So make sure.
racing to recover in a day. It made me clear the writing on the wall. Don't take the bait of the best in this world. Preserve my eyes and stay with the wasteland. Now I feel like finally I'm breathing. Hold on, now I feel like I was one of them. They one of them. Even if you hear my scream, even if my cry, this is all. 'Cause this time you didn't hear me until I'm all set.
That was her voice is so captivating. I like her style so much. I like this like earth genre that she's talking about. I can totally see it in her music. And I think the MV reflects the lyrics that we went over, definitely. It's that like buried pain inside of you. This is very similar to the music that I used to listen to in the 1990s sometimes. I mean, I was very like alternative rock kind of girl. I was like the Nirvana queen. I'd walk around varsity with my Doc Martens and like my little black outfits. But like, and all the like gothic makeup. I wasn't like a heavy gothic human being, but like I definitely was a little grungier than most people. I went through that phase of the like long hair and the, you know, hanging out in like bars and pubs and listening to live music. That was like my jam when I was at university. I mean, I was an art student, like what do you expect? But like I feel like this like very much like makes me nostalgic a little bit, because this definitely has that like 90s feel to it. I'm just trying to see here if I can see anything else about like, I just want to check her lyrics again, because I feel like, yeah, definitely like is speaking about like buried pain for sure. You know what it also reminds me of is like Deep Forest stuff. Does anyone remember Deep Forest? If you're too young, you're not going to know what I'm talking about. But it's like that Deep Forest Enya vibe. I remember once, like, I dated a guy. I went on a blind date with a guy who was heavily into Deep Forest. And it was a blind date. It was a first date. And we didn't click, like, in the date. And I just wanted to kind of go home. And it was like 10 o'clock at night or something. And we, like, it was back in the day. So, like, he had picked me up, taken me on the date. And then we got in the car and he was like, let's just go drive. And I was like, no, I really want to go home. And he was like, let's drive. And he had like one of those cars with like a really cool sound system. And then he blasted like Deep Forest. Doot, 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 doot. You know, ha 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 ha, doot, 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 doot. And it was like 2 hours he drove around, but like he I guess he was like hoping something would happen. He drove up to like lookout points and went up all these hills, and I like get car sick, so I was feeling so sick. And I was like trapped in this Deep Forest hell. I love Deep Forest, but like that night, 2 hours of like ha 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 ha, doot 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 doot, like in the car surrounding me. I like lost track of time and who I was as a person. I was just like, he was like all like doot 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 doot, and I was like all like, get me out. So it was kind of funny. So this brings back memories in a way of like that era, that like Enya, Deep Forest, earthy era, the very much the Bjorky, Tori Amos type style to it. definitely a song about mental health for sure. I really appreciate the song because it talks about like exploring that like inner darkness you have and why you have that. Like, so like for me, like I've been through a lot lately, obviously, and as I mentioned before in other videos, getting the cancer was a wake-up call for me, and I like knew that I had to like reset my whole life, and in order to do that I had to change relook at my past and see what was still affecting me. Especially the recent past has affected my confidence, and like sometimes if you're told like you know you're awesome but somebody tells you you're not so awesome, you kind of feel like you stop believing that in a way. So, and then it becomes like an inner narrative. So it's really important not to get into that self-destructive cycle of either believing what other people say, taking things to heart. Like it's really hard not to. Like a lot of times people are like, it's just words. But yeah, words definitely affect you. And like negative experiences in life can really like affect your future. So yeah, I like this.
The sounds of kiss I feel the wind that can still on me and opens wake me up. My eyes have seen with the wasteland. Now I feel like finally I'm breathing. Hold on, I feel like I was one of them. I don't know any of it. I can't escape for a moment. If I can capture this one glass, please let me go as high as I can escape.
That was awesome. And you can escape. You can escape, trust me. You just have to maybe go and get therapy to help you escape. Or find people in your life that bring you positivity and tell you you're absolutely awesome. See, like that's why I have Lean. She's like, she's got Jin energy. She always tells me, she's like, you're awesome. I'm awesome. We're all awesome. She calls herself Worldwide Epic. She's sick. I told you that before. Bless her. Worldwide Epic is now sitting on the sofa watching. She's watching Behind Your Touch. And she keeps texting me and sending me messages. So yeah, she's not well today. So that was awesome. I loved it. It was really cool. I'm definitely going to put her on my art playlist. I'll be listening to Aidi while I'm busy working on all my little projects. And yeah, that was really cool. Thanks guys for watching. Bye. Annyeong.